street and you see a little ghost, what you gonna do about Ghostbusters?
What is that?
That's the Ghostbusters theme song.
I got a soft spot for a certain genre of film, and that is movies about people making movies. Usually when it's a group of friends or even just one person, I find myself drawn to those type of stories and that DIY aesthetic that comes with the territory.
One thing I always enjoyed was cheap special effects. Sometimes the fact that you can tell something is fake only adds to the charm because it engages the audience in the creative process of what it takes to make a movie.
I remember watching movies in the theater when I was a lot younger, and being blown away by what I was seeing on screen. Oftentimes I tried rationalizing in my head how they were able to make these stunning visuals work, but I couldn't figure it out. The distance I felt as someone who was interested in making movies seemed to be impossible to reach. And even when I started to watch behind the scenes footage for my favorite movies, the distance seemed a little more tangible. But with things like crazy expensive CGI, there was no way some snot-nosed kid like me was ever gonna figure that out. But that all changed when I saw Be Kind Rewind. A movie about two friends picking up a camera and recreating some of the most iconic scenes in movie history. And doing it with so much love and appreciation, not only for the source material, but the filmmaking process itself.
Go in for the kiss now. Go now, kiss him now. What?
Why do I have to kiss Wilson?
Could I just say something?
What?
I quit. Amateurs.
Blockbuster, are you game?
In order to be more acquainted with the film, let's talk about the director first. Michel Gondry is probably a name you don't recognize, but I can almost guarantee that you've seen his work. His most recognized work is probably Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, but that's just if you're only counting movies. Because he's got a stellar track record directing music videos for artists like I feel the aesthetic and the ethos Gondry has used his entire career is best showcased in Be Kind Rewind. For one, the story revolves around a video store that gets all of its VHS tapes erased. So Mike, an employee of the store, takes it upon himself to recreate all the ruined tapes. Of course, no one's dumb enough to fall for it.
That wasn't bad. What else y'all got?
They brand their recreated films under the name Sweded.
Swede? Like Sweden?
Yeah, Sweden.
It's a country, not a verb.
The term Sweded is actually a real thing. While fan-made recreations of films have existed as far back as cameras became more affordable, Gondry went as far as Sweding the trailer for his own movie.
When you're walking down the street and you see a little ghost, what you gonna do about it? Ghostbuster!
This is clearly someone who has a passion for filmmaking. But back to the movie, there's a lot I didn't show you, or tell, and that's because it's really a movie you should see for yourself. The only real problem I see for new viewers is explaining what a VHS and video store is. You see, for any of the younger viewers watching, a VHS is kinda like the secret tape you find in Tony Hawk's Underground. But instead of unlocking skate videos, these things have movies on them. Not only that, but at one point we had video stores that would rent out these tapes. You guys think I'm joking, but someday this knowledge will be scarce. Existential thoughts aside, this is just a fun movie to watch, and I don't hear people bring this movie up enough. Which is a shame, seeing how the music scene is today. These seemingly unknown artists coming out with these DIY-inspired music videos capture a lot of people's attention and creativity. I find myself really enjoying these videos for the same reason I love Be Kind Rewind. Aside from being great songs, the videos inspire me, as well as others, to go out and create something unique. Make no mistake, this video was never intended to be a review, but rather a recommendation for a film people might not know about. And maybe it'll inspire them the same way as it did for me. But none of that's really true. I really made this video to confess to my Blockbuster late fees.
Excuse me, Miguel? The Dark Lord banishes thee.
Hey, Sarah.
Whoa, Ozzy, you reek.
You know I reek. I've been playing so many games with my Games Freedom Pass, I have had 0 time to shower.
No extended viewing fees with your Games Freedom Pass. Rant, buy, game your way at Blockbuster.
Sweet, we're closing early.
Fuck you, Baltimore!